everywhere. Now this one in particular has been a bit of a passion project for me because I like to do everything the wrong way first and then get over intense with my research into things and then figure out how to do it. So what prompted me to do this again today was I saw actually Rachel Finch doing her thing on Instagram on her stories as she does, and she was just putting, this is for essential oils in the bath, so she was just putting straight undiluted essential oils directly into the bath. I'm like, no, don't do it. And I know when I reach that point of frustration that it's time to do another video. So if you guys have seen the evolution of my essential oils in the bath article on my blog, it has been through a few reincarnations as I've learned more. And this current reincarnation, I think, will be the last one that I do, because I've been through my book, my big textbook, a few times by this point. I've been through all the different essential oil articles, all the different clinical aromatherapist recommendations. I've gone through it many a time after putting straight essential oil in my bath myself, and the wrong kind of essential oil, and burning myself. So I'm teaching you now how to do it properly, as opposed to the way that we all grew up doing it, which is just chucking a few drops of whatever. Now, my first safety point with using any kinds of essential oils is please pick a good brand. So independent research shows that up to 80% of what's in the market is adulterated, so they cut it with synthetic stuff. The problem with that is these different active chemicals they put in aren't from natural places and aren't in quantities that you would naturally find, so often in very high concentrations, and that's what causes you to start developing the most common reaction to essential oils, which is just skin sensitization. How we avoid doing that, like the skin redness and the reactions from essential oils, because there's no proteins in them, so you can't, it's very rare to get allergies. It's just by dilution. And how you dilute essential oils, again, is super simple. You need a carrier oil, and these are things like rapeseed oil, jojoba oil, and a really common one that everyone uses these days because it's cheap, it's absorbable for the skin, it won't block your skin, and it's available, it doesn't have an offensive smell, it's just fractionated coconut oil. Now, you get a lot of people going, oh my God, coconut oil, fixes everything, blah, blah, blah. For this specifically, you can kind of see it, it's clear and runny at room temperature. It has the not offensive, but that coconut smell taken away. So it's very mild, and it dries to a nice kind of sheen on your skin, but doesn't feel super oily. So it's a good one to use as like a moisturizer instead. So that's the basics of using essential oils topically. Super basically. Just remember to dilute. For all your dilution tables and things, when you buy your essential oils, you buy them through a supplier. So you either buy them through the chemist, and you get no support, no guidance, or you can buy them through somebody like myself who sells doTERRA. We give you lots and lots of guidance and lots of support. We have a Facebook group of over 500 people so far. I've got my own private little groups as well with heaps of resources in them. Plus, I give you access to an app called Droply, and that one's a subscription members only app that I give you for free. Which should normally cost you about $8 or $9 a month, but I pay for the master subscription so you guys can have free access. And what that means is you can look all of these things up on your phone as you go and not screw it up. But anyway, I'll cut to the chase. What you need to know sorry, this is 4 minutes long. I've already should have cut to the chase hours ago. So what you need is glass. It's really important to use glass with essential oils because essential oils actually eat into plastic. So it's not going to last as well. Even better if you found some brown glass. You'll find all essential oils in brown glass, and that's because the sunlight denatures them. So one of the basic things you need to know about essential oils is they're volatile aromatic compounds, and they evaporate at room temperature. Now what we're proposing doing with them here is putting them in the bath, and the bath's probably going to be hot, right? So we're going to be putting our pink bits in the bath. We don't want to burn ourselves. So what I did when I first got my oils was I got really excited and was like, I go to the gym. I've been to Pilates this morning. I got my Ice Blue. So Ice Blue is basically like a deep heat on crack. It's really strong. It smells very potent. And I was like, oh, this will be great. I'll put the deep blue, I'll get in the bath, and I'm going to ease up all my muscle pain. I burnt myself. So don't do that. The essential oils that you want to choose to go in the bath are nothing that has a cooling or tingling effect on your skin. So things like your eucalyptus, peppermint, menthol bases, tea tree, your ice blue. What's an ice blue? Let's read here. Wintergreen, camphor, peppermint, ylang ylang. Ylang ylang is not so bad. Yeah. Anything that's a bit spicy. What else have I got here? Black pepper. Don't put that in the bath. Pink pepper. I probably wouldn't put that in the bath either. It's actually really beautiful. It's a new one to Australia. Sweet and spicy. Don't put it in the bath. And also don't use the citrus oils on your skin, particularly if not so bad in the winter in Australia because we all rug up. But this will cause photosensitivity, so you're more likely to get sunburn within 12 hours of using anything with citrus in it on your skin. So I probably wouldn't use that in the bath either. I will show you one citrus that is safe to use on your skin that's new to the market, so that's pretty exciting. So we need a glass bottle, we need our oils. We need some oils that are pretty safe on the skin. Okay, so the ones that I've picked out here to use today are the green mandarin. So the green mandarin is a byproduct of the mandarin process, a mandarin growing process. They strip the tree of all the excess green mandarins. They normally just go to waste, but what they've done with this one is they've extracted the essential oil from it, so a waste product is now something useful for us. And it smells really crisp, clean, green, but still like mandarin, and doesn't cause photosensitivity. So I'll use a couple of drops of this in my, I've got 25 mils of fractionated coconut oil here. I want to make it up to the dilution that's safe between 2 to 6 year olds because I've got kids and I'm not going to make up two separate ones for me and them. So as per my big book, the safe bits, the safe area is between 1 and 2% concentration. I measured it out. My glug, I know just always chuck a glug in and put some drops in, but I thought for you guys I should actually measure. I've got about 25 mils in my glug. I want between 1 and 2% concentration. So that means I need 25 mils between, I'm safe between about 8 drops and between 8 and 15 drops of essential oil total. So if I pick a couple of essential oils and put about 2 drops of each or so, I'm pretty safe, right? That's how I go. So the key bit that I'm doing here differently than what you usually see is I'm diluting the essential oil first, then I'll run it down the side of the bottle, then I'll put my Epsom salts in. It's important to use something with magnesium in it if you're going to be using it in the bath. That's because the magnesium is a smooth muscle relaxant. So magnesium by itself without the essential oils, you can still chuck one of these in the bath and it's going to make you feel pretty good. You can safe for pregnancy as well. The essential oils that I'm using are very, very tame. I'd feel happy using them at this concentration in pregnancy, but with anything like first trimester, be super safe and just avoid everything under the sun. Super, super safe, especially if you're not working with somebody like me who's, knows all the safety stuff. If you're just buying random things, hey, if you're pregnant, don't buy random oils off anywhere unless it's through doTERRA, please. Yeah, just leave it there. So, oil, essential oil. I've got Frankie. Frankie is a super calming oil. 3. I've got some lavender. Lavender, very benign, very relaxing. Say about 3. 3 is 9. What did I say? A couple of drops of this one. And then that brings me to 6, 7, 8 drops total. I might chuck a drop of geranium in too. I always have little witch cauldron projects. A lot of people like recipes. I like to know a lot about everything and then make a mix up and see how I go. So I have a sniff and then I see where I go from there. I'm going to chuck a few more drops of Frankie in. Now I know with I figure out how many drops I'm safe to and then I play from there. I find that's a pretty safe way of doing things. I'm happy with how that is. So what I'm going to do now is put it into my bottle, okay? Before I put the Epsom salts in. And then my lid. So this bottle's been going forever. This is another thing. I like to reuse things, so I'm not using extra plastic. So give it a good swish around so it's all on the outside, as good as you're going to get. So we're trying to distribute it pretty evenly across the Epsom salts. And then just pour them in. Now these Epsom salts I just got from the pharmacy. You can also buy them, I'll show you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. You can also buy them from Woolies. I'll be cack-handed backwards here and not get it everywhere. That's exciting. You can buy them from Woolies as well. Guys, that's done. Super easy. It always takes a bit longer when you're explaining things to the internet and doing them at the same time. So to finish, about 25 mils of fractionated coconut oil with between 8 and 15 drops of essential oils. You want to use the calming ones, not the spicy ones. And then roll it on the outside. Add your Epsom salts in slowly, shake in between each portion to try and get the oil distributed as evenly as possible across your Epsom salts. And that's it. Each time you have a bath, you probably want to use about that much. So about a third of it at a time, which equates to nearly a box, roundabout, or half a cup, however much you want. Yeah, that's how I make my essential oils safe to put in the bath. Don't put them in straight. Stop doing that. And don't use random essential oils because they're adulterated. So you don't want to be using, you don't want to be heating those adulterated compounds and then having them come into contact with your pink bits. Because that's not ideal. Not ideal at all. If you want to know anything more, get in touch via whichever medium you found this video on. I'm more than happy to help. I've got a small but growing team, so I can give some really good personalized support, which I really love. Yeah, and lots of it. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you later.